Back at it at Great American Ballpark, a series opener for Cincinnati on tap tonight. The first place Texas Rangers are in town. And a pleasant good evening. Welcome back to Reds Baseball alongside our captain, the Hall of Famer Barry Larkin. I'm John Sadak. Lark, I missed you, my friend. Good to be back with you.
Man. Really nice to be back here.
Also, it's a great day when it's a Dolo day. Nick Lodolo gets the nod tonight. How do you break down his season versus his last outing?
Well, his last outing was not where we normally see Nick Lodolo, but this is a guy that I think if anyone on this staff has the bounce back ability to go out and be the guy, the dominant pitcher, I think he is the guy. I just love the way that he approaches the game. He is on top of the water. It looks like he's smooth, but underneath there's all this combustion going on. I'm looking for him to come out and pitch inspired today.
I am with you, and he's a TCU product, makes his home in Fort Worth, about 20 minutes away from where the Texas Rangers play baseball. Boy, have they hammered the baseball out of the gate.
Yeah, this is a team that just does everything well offensively. You can see the numbers right there, first to second in most categories. This is a team that goes out to really put pressure on the defense. Not a lot of strikeouts. This team, the 3-run home run, they get on base, they make things happen, and they have an absolute superstar in their lineup. And Odolis Garcia, this kid has shown the ability to hit for average power. You could see it against the Athletics, 5 for 5 with 2 doubles and 3 long bombs. He's a special player. Got a game plan against him. Can't let him beat you.
He had 14 RBIs in 1 week. Friendship, though, forged forever. We'll cue AC and Zach. We'll get the tunes going. 2 of the T Amigos, TJ Friedel, Tyler Stevenson, are red hot.
Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Cincinnati. By Skyline Chili, feeling good, it's Skyline time. And by Nissan, we make cars that thrill. Experience the thrill for yourself today. Shop NissanUSA.com. New name in the Reds lineup, it is Henry Ramos, who nearly made the team out of spring training. Switch hitting outfielder, had a terrific spring. And with the Reds offense overall mired in a slump, they are calling upon that .314 average at AAA Louisville. And he's not only on the 26-man roster, he is in the lineup tonight as your designated hitter. Now, we mentioned this team mired in an offensive slump, due not in part to the guys at the top of the order, namely TJ Friedel, who hit out of that 2 spot again here tonight. Friedel has been coming into his own right in front of our very eyes. He'll enter tonight's game riding a career-high 7-game hitting streak. But herein lies the problem. During that 7-game hitting streak, he hasn't scored 1 time with no clutch hits behind him. In fact, he hasn't scored in 11 games. One of his best friends, well, we know this guy can swing it. He's our Hyundai in the driver's seat. Tyler Stevenson has reached base safely in 12 straight games. That is a career-long streak. 10 hits, 5 walks, and a .383 on-base percentage. He has been clutch throughout his career. Reds looking for some timely and clutch hitting as they enter this 3-game set against the Rangers. It is a rare visit from the Rangers. Game 1 coming up. John Sadak.
Reds take the field as they open up a 3-game set against the top team in the American League West, the Texas Rangers. Our storylines presented by Elk & Elk. It's the 8th series meeting between these clubs. Texas has the narrow lead, taking 10 of the first 19. They last clashed here at Great American Ballpark in 2019. Remember, the Reds had a winning mark in interleague play last season. It was 12 up and 8 down. Nick Lodolo looking for a bounce back.
Yeah, last time out, Lodolo just didn't have the command. The game prior to, he talked about the best fastball command that he had. We saw a lot of punch outs. However, in his last time out, gave up a career high 8 runs, 12 hits. And I think this kid just has that internal competition. I'm really looking forward to how he does bounce back today, John.
The lineup that he'll face: Potent, The Rangers stand 14-7, second best record in the American League. The full 9 from Rally House. Marcus Semien has the most runs scored in baseball. Robbie Grossman, Nathaniel Lowe, Adolis Garcia coming off a giant week. Josh Young, Ezekiel Duran, Leody Taveras, the veteran Sandy Leon, and Bubba Thompson. Bruce Bochy in his first campaign as the steward of the Rangers. He's one of 2 active skippers with 2,000 wins alongside old friend Dusty Baker.
Boch has been doing it for a long time. He is what they do call a player's manager.
Semien stands in. Lodolo deals, and we're underway. His 21 runs scored the most in baseball. He's been hot. 14 for his last 32. He's hitting just under 440 over a 9-game stretch. Down and in. Now you might have noticed in that lineup for the Rangers only one true lefty. That's in the 3-hole in Nathaniel Lowe. Everyone else a right-handed bat or a switch hitter.
And normally I don't like when managers stack right-handed hitters against lefties, normal lefties, but this is not a normal lefty right here. I think Lodolo, because of his angles, because of his length, is just a real matchup problem for left-handed hitters.
Got him looking, top of the zone, heater, strike 3.
Well, if Lodolo's going to get this pitch right here all day long, it's just going to make him that much more effective. Looks like that ball is up and off. We'll take it. Strike 3.
Robbie Grossman.
And why not go right back there? Smart pitching.
The Reds are heavily pinching the 5-6 hole with Spencer Steer and Jose Barrero. Look at how tight they are. Texas began its year 4-4, has since won 10 of 13, outscoring its opponents 100-45 in that time. Nice strike 3 call.
This time the backdoor breaking ball. Looks like just about the same location as the strike 3 against Semien.
Nathaniel Lowe, the only true lefty. Well located fastball strike. He leads this team with 7 doubles.
Nate Lowe, brother of Josh Lowe. We just saw Josh with Tampa, outfielder. Both these guys from Orlando, had a chance to work with both of them. Really good young players.
And so is Lodolo, and you anticipated it at the Open, rightfully so. Coming off the worst outing of his career, he appears particularly driven. And he strikes him out. Challenge fastball.
You talk about playing inspired baseball. How about punching out the side to start?
Cincinnati Reds 9 from Rally House. India Friedel Steer. Tyler Stevenson in the cleanup spot. Jake Fraley down to the 5-hole. Myers, the Reds debut of Henry Ramos, Nick Senzel, and Jose Barrero. Reds have lost 6 in a row, 14 of 18. India and company opposing the 33-year-old veteran Nathan Eovaldi.
Saw the heater right there. Numbers on the season for Nate Eovaldi. He's got what we call a very short arm. He picks that ball up behind his ear, and then he's right at the hitter.
Bash to left. Bubba Thompson shading his eyes. Couldn't find it. India turns, and Thompson concedes. Standing double with the aid of the sun.
And you called it. As soon as this ball is off the bat, looks like it's off the end of the bat a little bit. But Thompson right away. See, he tried to make the adjustment late. Left field's the Sun field at the 6:40 call time, and definitely Sun aided that double.
So here's a prime chance to get a run. India a big lead off second. TJ Friedl, bunt popped foul. First innings have been disastrous for the Reds this year. They have seen 30 runs scored against. They have only scored a dozen. Can they flip the script on that differential and snap an 0 for 17 slide with men in scoring position? That bounces. India takes off. Wild pitch. So now the infield has to come in. Friedl riding a career-high 7-game hit streak. On base in 19 of 20. Young plays even with the bag at third. Numbers with runners in scoring position about as stark a contrast as you'll find. Texas is baseball's best, 367. The Reds are 3 for 34 in their 6-game slide.
And you see the infield in the first inning. You know everyone has those numbers. And when you're a struggling ball club, defensively, you're just trying to put more pressure on those hitters to try to make it happen by moving the infield in. More of a psychological approach right now. That man has been through him.
The true shortstop hole is open. Struck him out.
It's a good location on the fastball right there. Eovaldi, the veteran's been through the fire himself. 95 away. He's got that fastball to go along with the changeup, a cutter, curveball, and slider. 5-pitch pitcher.
Infield remains in for Spencer Steer. Steer missed several days. Soreness in his knee and quad, suffered 2 Sundays ago. Came back for the road trip, went 2 for 14, 9 strikeouts in Pittsburgh. Now Eovaldi has been getting hit hard. He's endured the highest hard hit rate of his career, almost 50%. Major league average is in the high 30s. Breaking ball.
Good depth on the breaking ball. Took a lot off. Add and subtract. That's the key.
An oddity, though, for Eovaldi. While he's been getting hit harder than at any other point of his career, he's only allowed 1 homer in almost 22 innings. Last year he gave up 21 bombs in 109 innings. He strikes out Steer, back-to-back Ks.
I think this is just what really good pitchers, veteran pitchers, understand what they have to do. You have to be able to, at times, get a swing and miss. You know, a lot of credit to that man right there, pitching coach of the Rangers. You know, situations come up during the ball game where you just have to be able to execute pitches. You have to get a swing and miss, and I think from our young pitchers in Cincinnati, you're going to see much what Eovaldi did right there, be able to get the swing and miss when there's a runner on third base.
Infield back with 2 outs. 1-0 to Tyler Stevenson, bounce to third. India breaks for home. Scoop by Young, throw to first, on a bounce is lost. India scores, Stevenson reaches, and the Reds take a 1-0 lead.
It's kind of a number down the third base line, and Young, throwing off the wrong foot, had much more time. It's a third baseman. Normally, you would think you have to catch and throw on the run, but with Tyler Stevenson running, you got a base hit on that. You got time. You got to take your time. Set your feet, make a good, strong throw.
Error on Lowe. Ball 1 to Jake Fraley, who finds himself 2 for his last 34, both singles, 1 RBI. Grounded to second. Marcus Semien. Safe! Oh, they scored a straight single for Stevenson.
And another single in the infield by Jake Fraley. You can see Semien with the bobble and doesn't get much on the throw, and Fraley definitely safe at first base.
Now Will Myers away. Myers a couple of hits yesterday, snapped an 0 for 16 slide. And Eovaldi missing away. Got it by him. Eovaldi from Greater Houston went to Alvin High School, where there's a slightly more famous fellow alumnus, the alma mater of Nolan Ryan. And Eovaldi strikes out 3 Reds, but they tag him with a run. Stevenson infield hit, 1-0. Texas DH Adolis Garcia, part of our Liberty Mutual Insurance field coverage. Saturday against the Halos, 5 for 5, 2 doubles, 3 bombs, 8 RBIs. Second man in big league history to have 5 extra base hits and 8 ribbies. Josh Hamilton was the other. And Nick Lodolo gets swing and miss.
28 ribbies. Wow.
He is beyond the pace of some of Juan Gonzalez's best seasons in franchise lore. And Juan Gon was one of the RBI masters of his generation. And Lodolo strikes him out on 3 pitches.
Well, Lodolo has it going so far today. We saw him throwing the ball on the outside part of the plate. And then the breaking ball. That's good depth. Good deception.
Slings that fastball for a strike. Larkin, the first inning. Lodolo became the first Red to strike out the side all looking, and I'm going to define that as facing only 3 hitters since Nick Lodolo. That was the 11th of August last year against the Cubs. Since 2000, it's only been done 2 other times. Anthony DeSclafani in 2018 and our own Sam LeCure in 2012.
Sammy.
I guess that should always add Sam and Cornelius, right? 0-2. Well, Young called his timeout before that last pitch. He lost a 10-game hitting streak yesterday. Twisting down the right field line, foul. Texas isn't just winning games. Thanks to their offense, they are pounding teams into submission. Only Tampa Bay has a better run differential than Texas. They have scored 60 more runs than they've allowed. 0-2. Just high. While the Reds have known misery in tightrope walks, a league worst 1-7 in 1-run games, Texas has played 2 1-run games all season. And that's a big reason why they do that a lot. Home run.
Look at the location of this pitch right here. Breaking ball. Not a bad pitch, but Young just beating him to the spot. Big time power.
And Lodolo comes right at Ezekiel Duran with strike 1. Gets him to chase that pitch. Duran started cold, but has hit safely in 5 in a row, nearly .390 in that time. Calls his time out here. Just 23 years old. He was a deadline deal late July of 21 in the Joey Gallo trade with the Yankees. Breaking ball fouled away.
Early in this ball game, you know, the punch outs in the first inning, but Nick Lodolo has shown a nice job of being able to throw that ball north and south. But it seems like he has a lot of break on that breaking ball today.
To right center. Clangs off the wall. Steaming for second. Duran slides in safely. It's extra base hits and 4 of 5 for Duran.
Looks like that's the changeup. Just stays a little too tall, and Duran with a good bit of hitting that ball away. Stay through that ball, hit it through right center field for a right-handed hitter.
Leody Taveras, brother of the former Red Willie Taveras. Breaking ball in. And Lark, I feel like this is true of almost every Ranger through this point in the order. He's hot. He's 7 for his last 15, 3 extra base hits. India covers. Lodolo steps off. It helps they just played Oakland. Oakland is going through a miserable season, and the Rangers took plumb advantage. Hard ground ball fair. That's going to mean a run. Duran around third. Fraley from right. Throw to second on a slide. Tag safe. Duran had already crossed anyway, and Texas seesaws a 2-1 lead.
Pitch out over the plate. Taveras. This is what good hitting ball clubs do. Hit the ball where it's pitched. Fraley with a nice play to cut it off. But the speed of Taveras safe into second base. His brother could run as well.
Pitching coach Derek Johnson out to talk. The Rangers score over 6.5 runs per game. That's second most in the majors. They are second in the American League, top 5 in baseball in average, on base, slugging. And they've had a particular knack for hitting their homers with a lot of men on base. That's been muted at the start. Solo shot followed by back-to-back doubles. The 34-year-old veteran Sandy Leon. Strike one. Strike. That seems to be a pitch Lodolo wants tonight.
Yeah.
Senzel adjusts in center, hopping to his right. Up and in, miss. We've seen one backdoor breaking ball land for a final strike. Tight target. Down and in. 5 strikeouts for Lodolo.
That's the movement that I'm talking about. This ball starts in the middle of the plate, and just the depth and the lateral movement on this pitch. Man, that's why you have right-handed hitters hitting against Nick Lodolo.
Bubba Thompson hitting a slight 160. He is 0 for his last 15. Now, he's a great athlete, had a chance to play major college football along with pro baseball. Bunt dropped down. Hard charge by Steer. And he has to eat it. That's what he can do. He can wreak havoc as a base stealer, and he can bunt his way on.
Really good technique right there. As a bunter, you're thinking either that ball's going to be a base hit or it's going to be foul. You don't want to put the ball down on the ground and give that pitcher a chance. You can see Spencer Steer has absolutely no chance where he was playing. Good bunt.
Marcus Semien went down looking his first time. Thompson has been ultra successful stealing. He goes. That's hammered into left, base hit. Stumbled at second by Thompson. He'll have to be satisfied there. Taveras scores. Reds down 3-1.
Location again. Another missed spot. Well, it looks like it actually was at the glove. Ball outside, although Semien pulled that ball to left field.
Thompson got such a jump. If he did not stumble, I think he would have tried to go to third. Robbie Grossman struck out looking. Throw to second. Tag tardy.
And this is what speed does for you right here. You see the throw right there. Jonathan India has to shorten up. get in tight in order to keep that base runner close. And this is why I believe you're starting to see many more teams be a little more aggressive. Lack of a shift, more traditional baseball. Speed element comes back into play. And Bruce Bochy knows that very, very well.
If you combine Thompson's numbers between AAA and his smattering of big league games, he gets his steal on a try 92% of the time in 73 attempts. We're not talking 4 or 5 steals. It's what he does. And the early numbers on steal attempts of third, highly successful. The pitch clock, that more time-driven hyper focus, certainly has to be part of it. Strike one. Tony Beasley relays the signs. He's their third base coach. Corey Ragsdale at first. Strike two.
2 consecutive fastballs on the lower inside part of the plate. You have to respect that. Lodolo was throwing up and away early with that fastball. And now he's able to dot that ball on the inside part of the plate.
I wonder if this is a trend with Texas, Lark. We've heard San Diego employed this at times this year. Reds will see them their next road trip. Many hitters have employed their timeout. Runners go. The ball in the air to right. Fraley has it. 3 straight extra base hits. Part of a 3-run inning. Tonight's Medical Mutual 5-star report since April the 9th. The Rangers, one of the best records in the game. Rays 11-3, Rangers and Orioles 10-3, the Pirates 11-4. Henry Ramos, first pitch swing, lifted left side. He's retired. Nick Senzel. A lot of Reds find themselves in a rut, so there are many that are due to break out. That includes Senzel, 1 for his last 15. Eovaldi, throughout his major league time, probably composed his best season in 2021, his lone all-star year. He was a Red Sox. That had some life away. He was 11-9 that year, 3.75 ERA. Finished 4th in the Cy Young vote claimed by Toronto's Robbie Ray. Even got MVP votes claimed by Shohei Ohtani. At the knees, strike 3.
Wow. It's a great pitch. Looks like that ball kind of started off.
Strike one on Jose Barrero, whose bat has been coming around his last 13 games, hitting over 280, on base over 380. He calls his timeout.
You feel like you're seeing a lot more of that, just specifically to the Rangers, or just as a whole?
I think select teams, it seems to be part of how they're handling the clock. That's strike three called. Bottom third in order. Kroger and the Reds have teamed up to offer the Kroger meal deal at the ballpark. For just $9.50, get a hot dog, Coke, chips, and during this homestand, a pickle punch snack pack. For tickets, visit Reds.com. Tapper. Lodolo has to field. Makes the throw. And Nathaniel Lowe erased. Adolis Garcia struck out swinging his first time. Well placed fastball strike. Oh, 2 up and away. Big home road splits. Knocked down and deadened by Steer. No play. That's going to be a base hit.
Didn't really notice where Jose Barrero was playing, but if you are playing the hitter to pull and you can see Jose's kind of over there, you want to try to call that third baseman off. That happens when you have a rangy third baseman. Spencer Steer has been really good defensively. I remember when Aaron Boone was a third baseman here in Cincinnati, and I had to call him off on a routine ground ball in the 6 hole. But that communication happens before the ball's put in play. You got a left-handed pitcher on the mound, tendency to pull the ball for a right-hander. You talk to that third baseman and say, hey, I'm over, so a ball to your left, I'm here, let it go.
Crack to center. Young is homered in each at bat. That was right near the Toyota sign between the power stacks. (5-1).
By the way, this is a rookie, people. This guy Young, my goodness. No doubter. Talk about power. Wow.
He's a Texas Tech guy, and his collegiate career overlaps some with Lodolo at TCU. Duran hits it hard over short. Turns and holds. Tyler Stevenson out to speak with Lodolo, and this is eerily reminiscent of the second inning when it was a series of hard hit balls in succession.
Well, I think it's all about pitch location for Nick Lodolo. What we saw in the first inning, obviously the 3 punch outs all looking, was his ability to throw the ball in the periphery of the strike zone. He was getting that high and away strike from that umpire on those right-handed hitters. And it's really important that he does pitch on the periphery, because you can see the numbers right here. The highest percentage batting average on balls in the strike zone. He's high and on that list, and as is Eovaldi. And you know, we talk about it doesn't really make a difference who you are in this league. If you throw the ball over the middle of the plate to these big league hitters, they're going to do damage. So I think the maturation process and the experience alone will be, I have to make quality, much more quality pitches and be able to execute staying out the middle of the strike zone.
It's the second career multi-homer game for Young, by the way. Also did it at Seattle, 27th of September. Taveras, an RBI doubled his first time. Way outside. And we saw something similar for Lodolo in the second, after the sequence of hard hit balls, particularly the final hitter, Robbie Grossman. He was 3-0. Ultimately got him to fly out. He walks Taveras. 4 straight men have reached with 1 out. Here is the second visit of the game, and it comes in the 3rd inning for Derek Johnson. Brief message here from Rally House.
Play ball, Cincy. Shop the latest in red style with your favorite brands and throwback designs. Rally House has gear for every fan.
While they chat, Derek Law loosens in the Reds bullpen. Lodolo tagged with a career worst 8 runs on a career worst 12 hits last time out against Tampa. In progress, another 2 runs in this inning. It's 5 runs, 8 hits, a couple of men on base, and 1 out. Sandy Leon struck out, breaking ball down and in, got him his first time. Down and in, nearly got him.
Saw the visit by Derek Johnson and followed up by 2 breaking balls. So you wonder what that conversation was. I always, as a shortstop, I always like to go to the mound and listen to what the pitching coach would say to that pitcher, just to see if he is going to start throwing more breaking balls so I could use it to my advantage, possibly play those right-handed hitters in the hole to pull. But 2 breaking balls after the visit.
Barrero flip to India, double play.
I mean, you changed the inning right there. Great defensive play up the middle, 6-4-3, double play.
Satisfaction after a defensive job well done. Jonathan India, right at the pivot in that double play, has doubled and has scored the Reds' lone run. Now, unfortunately, that 2 spot in the inning has risen the Rangers' game-long number to 5, and that is their magic number on the year. So far this season, when Texas scores 5 or more runs, the Rangers are 12-0. When they're held to 4 or fewer, they're 2-7.
And more to that fact, Eovaldi in his wins, he talked 28-5 in his 2 wins this year. In his losses, they've been outscored 12-1.
A lot of run support in those victories.
Yep.
3-2. Tight. India's on. TJ Friedl struck out swinging his first time. He also worked a full count, fought off a few pitches. Breaking ball, strike. I think India has built a deserved reputation as the Reds' toughest player. He plays through so much. And he's been right at the heart of their rallies when they've attempted them and made them on the year. Friedl gets hit. David Bell up the step. Athletic trainer Tomas Vera out as well. On a chilly night, Friedl shows his toughness. He stays in there. That brings up Spencer Steer, who struck out swinging his first time. Eovaldi has his own toughness reputation. India large lead, draws a look. Probably his most signature outing came in the playoffs, 2018. He had an ERA just over 1.5 that year in almost 23 innings for Boston. But it was what he did in Game 3 of that World Series. 1-0, shot to center. Tavares spun around. It's over his shoulder and off the wall. India rounds third. He scores. Friedl around third. Throw goes to third. Friedl scores. A 2-run triple to dead center. Spencer Steer makes it a 2-run game.
That was a mistake. And I think with this cool weather, that ball just doesn't travel as much as it normally does. And good been a base running right there. Remember, Tavares in center field looks like he almost got a glove on that ball. So TJ Friedl with a really nice job as that back runner, reading that ball and then turning on the jets once that play is not made.
That is the Reds' first extra base hit with a man on base in a week. The last time they had one, their last win, that was the series opener against Tampa. The veteran pitching coach Mike Maddox seemed to have some words for home plate umpire Will Little as he broke away from the mound. So the Reds are back within 2. Man at third, nobody out. Tyler Stevenson, an infield hit for an RBI his first time. First pitch, strike. Eovaldi in that Game 3 of the World Series. Game that went a record 18 innings, lasted almost 7.5 hours. Set the record with 97 pitches in relief. He had appeared in both Game 1 and 2. He hit 103 in that game. In the 17th inning, he hit 99 on the gun. Tapper, runner breaks. Throw to first, concede the run. Steer scores, Stevenson grounds out, gets an RBI, and the Reds with a 3 spot of the inning, back within run.
Infield back, all you got to do is touch it. You try to avoid hitting the ball to the third baseman, but Stevenson with the Tapper to third base to drive in the run. Thing you can't do is strike out at that particular point. Nice job, Tyler.
Jake Fraley legged out a base hit his first time and snapped it 0 for 10 slide.
And what a great response, John, to this offensive outpouring from the Rangers here in Cincinnati. This team certainly defending home turf and showing that fight.
Fraley strikes out, 6th K for Eovaldi. Will Myers struck out. That ended the Reds' first. He really wants that fastball away to these right-handed hitters. And while it's only occasionally been used, he's been able to deliver that breaking ball for a strike.
Yes, he has.
One and two. Full count. Struck him out. Reds get 3 back. A big triple from Steer. Every Sunday Reds home game is a family Sunday presented by Klosterman Bakery. Families can purchase up to 3 half-price tickets with the purchase of a full-price ticket in select areas of the ballpark. Reds.com/promos for more. Bubba Thompson, a bunt hit his first time, so the Reds have Myers on the grass at first. Steer just off the grass at third. One and one. The bunt hit for Thompson snapped an 0 for 15 slide. Texas accomplishing its success to this point without its biggest name. Corey Seager got a 10-year, $325 million deal, 3-time All-Star. Suffered a hamstring injury 13 days ago. At the time, it was said he would be out for about a month. But it was a grade 2 hamstring strain, and that's normally a 1.5 to 2 month injury. And he had been killing it. His numbers were great at the time of his injury, but Texas hasn't dropped off. If anything, The Rangers have seemingly gotten better by wins and losses. What kind of a player is Seager for you?
Well, first of all, he's an absolute slugger. His years in L.A. playing shortstop, really a big body, long arm guy who had the ability to play small as a shortstop. You know, he's not the typical shortstop, 6-foot shortstop that you would see. All 6'5" of him, and he is a solid shortstop defensively and a monster with that bat in his hand.
Payoff. This is a heck of an at bat from the 9-hole hitter who entered ice cold, hitting a .160.
Yeah, down 0-2 early and has battled back.
Payoff. Fouled away. This will be the 11th pitch of the at bat. Lodolo at 71 with no outs in the 4th. Fouled away. Down and in, appeal. He did not go. A 12-pitch walk. And a talented base stealer is on to begin the inning. Top of the order, Semien, RBI single. He's also struck out looking. Runner goes, great jump. Pitch called a strike, throw down tall, no shot. Pretty slide from Thompson. He steals second.
Not a bad pitch to throw on, but you know you got that speed over first base and Bubba Thompson, and do everything you can. A high throw. Speed makes you speed up. It's a welcome element back in the game, in my opinion, John.
It has certainly been fun. Strike three called.
Nice pitch down. Seen that fastball up and away, and Semien knew it.
Robbie Grossman, strikeout, fly out. Soft strike.
See Jonathan India at second base, working that base runner. You got a base stealer, you're trying to keep him close, but Jonathan India is giving Lodolo the go ahead and throw the ball to the plate kind of. See that right there? Go ahead.
Bounces away, runner takes off. Claim to third for Thompson. Wild pitch for Lodolo.
And again, John, the reason this is what speed does for you. You pay attention out in the infield at that runner at second base. Maybe 100% of your focus is no longer on the pitch that you're trying to make. Ball in the dirt. Runner advances.
Infield comes in. 1-2. Thompson's speed is excellent. He wasn't just recruited to play college football. He had multiple SEC offers to play college football. 1-2. Smoke to right center. Thompson scores. 6-4.
Out over the plate, not quite as tall as Lodolo would like. Thompson or Grossman getting on top of that high fastball.
Now low. Strike one. He is struck out looking. Bounce to the pitcher. Just out of the zone. We saw Derek Law warming earlier. Buck Farmer is up now. Lodolo's night began with 4 successive strikeouts. And homer double-double. The Rangers offense has come in runs. Waves of offense that have seen tallies in 3 consecutive innings. Two homers by Young. Might have broke his bat. Barrero hits the bag. Good overhand throw, double play. His home run hits the Toyota hit and win sign during tonight's game. Dana Adkins from Westwood, Ohio wins the brand new Built in the USA 2023 Tundra on display at Great American Ballpark. Register for your chance to win at your Cincinnati and Northern Kentucky Toyota dealers. Henry Ramos, breaking ball strike. He popped out first pitch in his first at bat as a Red. Inked to a minor league deal. Ramos had time in the WBC and with the Reds, where he hit well in spring. And you were just at AAA Louisville, where Ramos had been crushing in the last week.
Yeah, last time I saw him, I think it was yesterday. He hit a tape measure bomb to right field.
That is rolled right between them.
And that's what I saw. Swinging the bat well. Switch hitter from both sides. Nice job. It's a real good, solid approach, and brought up here to give some left-handed hitting off the bench. Well, switch hitting off the bench, and he has been swinging the bat well.
Nick Senzel struck out looking, did not agree, and a pitch at the knees. Similar to that one, strike one. Ramos joined the team as Jason Vossler was designated for assignment. Showed the ball for a back pick, no throw. Ramos played in the big leagues with the Diamondbacks, 18 games in 2021. Hit 200 in that run. He had hit safely in 6 straight at AAA, hitting over 560 in that time. Hard ground ball to third, handled cleanly by Young. Simeon on the pivot, double play.
I tell you who else was swinging the bat incredibly well was Chucky Robinson. Really was hitting the ball well. He's hitting over 400 in AAA.
Jose Barrero has struck out. What did you see that was different about Chucky?
Just seems like he's kind of figured it out, had a much better approach up the middle of the field. It's it's the same for everyone. Just really covering all the pitches. But I saw his confidence really off the chart. It was really, really nice to see because he did struggle here in Cincinnati. But down there, he's swinging the bat well. Hopefully he gets a chance to come back up here and show what he can do. Matt McLain was swinging the bat well.
Chopped to short, Duran. Minimum faced inning.
Has been moved from AA to AAA. Now, I'm sure the Reds in a perfect world, not a perfect world, but they wanted to get more seasoning for Abbott at AA. But when you have 36 strikeouts, 15 2/3 innings over 3 starts, 36 strikeouts, complete domination of AA hitters. Well, AA just can't hold you, so he is off to AAA. Louisville, 23 years of age, second-round pick by the Reds in 2021. And during spring training, they singled him out many, many times as a guy that they loved his makeup. And then he went on this run. Who knows what he does in AAA, but we could see Andrew Abbott this season on a GABP mound.
Thank you, Jimmy. We got to spend some time with him at Reds Fest in the offseason. Congratulations to him. Big opportunity awaits at AAA, and who knows?
36 punch-outs. Dominating.
Pitching change for the Reds. Nick Lodolo went 4, 6 runs, 9 hits. He walked 2, struck out 6. Buck Farmer is in.
Saw Buck a couple times in that Pittsburgh series. Inning and 2/3 collectively in the 2 games that he pitched. Gave up no runs. Keep it up.
Strike 2.
Getting back to Abbott with those 36 punch outs. 3 walks. 3.
Josh Young with a couple of homers, subject of our StatCast 3D, powered by Google Cloud.
Well, he hits the ball very hard. Swinging the bat incredibly well. Big time pop. I mean, you can hit the ball over 415 feet to the opposite field. It's saying something about you as an individual. That's grown folk territory out there.
Two. Jammed him. India darts in. Young retired, brings up Duran, who is 2 for 2. He has doubled and singled. Duran filling in at short while Seager gets right. And the bottom 4 hitters for the Rangers, with 4 of their hits, 2 for extra bases, 3 of their runs scored. Big swing. And a batter timeout. I feel like this might be a team philosophy thing. It seems like with 2 strikes, a lot of these Rangers call their timeout. It might be anecdotal. Appeal, did not go. But I feel like the average amount of timeouts a game by a batter is a handful per team. And they've done it, what, 8, 9 times in this game? And it's not a bad idea, particularly if you do actually enact a 2-strike approach. It gives you a moment to take a breath.
Yes, it does. You got it. Why not use it?
Tim Hires, the hitting coach for Texas, up and in. To left center. Gets down. Duran is 3 for 3.
That ball not necessarily up the handle, but off the sweet spot. And as an outfielder, it's a tough read.
Duran has excellent speed. Bunt yanked back. Taveras, the double came his first time, walked his last time. A bunt foul. Swing and a miss. Curious to see how the speed will play this series. Texas not necessarily a big stolen base team, but Bubba Thompson's in the 99th percentile in sprint speed. The man at the plate who's shown bunt a few times, Taveras, is in the 95th percentile. Duran is in the 88th percentile. He goes. Pitch miss down, throw down. Safe. He stole second.
Good throw by Tyler Stevenson. And what you want to see is that ball on the first base side of second base, and I think they are challenging this.
They are. The tag on the shoulder before his hand hits the bag.
Challenging the safe call at second base.
That's crew chief Lance Barksdale at third base. Did Barrero get Duran? It looked like that bowling glove is on the shoulder right there, just before the extended fingertips reach the bag. You can see how the jersey reacts as it flutters and creases with the contact coming from the glove. Call on the field is safe. If he is ruled out, that's your inning. Farmer gets some warm-up tosses in as New York looks. Texas only entered with 9 steals on the year, tied for 24th in all of baseball. It's not really something they do, but matchup wise tonight they've been more aggressive.
After review, the call on the field stands. The runner is safe. Cincinnati will lose their challenge.
You decide. I thought he got him. It's now a man in scoring position. Popped him up. India looks at Barrero. Barrero makes the catch. Join the Reds for Star Wars Night Friday, May 5th, and receive a limited edition Mandalorian bobblehead presented by Kroger. Available only at reds.com/Star Wars and while supplies last. Jonathan India. Strike one from Nathan Eovaldi. India has doubled, walked, and scored twice. What's your feel for Eovaldi at this stage?
Yeah, I think he's done a nice job of, other than that 3-run inning that he's given up, by mixing his pitches, throwing them all different times. He's shown a good curveball, good breaking ball. A couple of times I'm also seen him kind of with a quick pitch. I think he did it to strike out Jose Barrero earlier. I saw it one more time. I think, you know, just a veteran out there with a good feel for pitching, with still really good stuff.
Two. Scoring change. Tyler Stevenson's reach changed from a hit to an error. Goes on the throw of Youngs to take away the RBI. India to right. Grossman barely budges. One away. TJ Friedel has struck out. He's been hit by pitch and scored. Young plays shallow at third, just off the grass. Now creeps on. Friedel had shown bunt, yanked it back. Pop left side, Young in foul ground. Skips off the dugout top. Eovaldi had Tommy John as a high school junior. And he grew up in a town that worships its favorite son, Nolan Ryan. He was a longtime Nolan Ryan fan. Had a chance to meet him in June of 2015. Eovaldi was pitching for the Yankees at the time. And the Express was still a special advisor to the Astros. Breaking ball down and in. Over third, base hit. TJ Friedel, ball player. Brings up Spencer Steer, who went straight away for a triple his last time.
Well, this has been something that the Reds have been missing. Coming through, runners in scoring position, and Spencer Steer with the speed. Easily legging out a triple.
He homered to center in his big league debut last year. Tonight, the first triple of his big league career. Friedl a base stealer. Lark, are you noticing that at times it seems like Eovaldi, not nearly as pronounced, but has some slight hiccups in his delivery that are somewhat Johnny Cueto, Nestor Cortez-ish? Runner goes, great break, pitch up and in, throw down, decent one, safe. Friedl swipes second.
Not a great pitch to throw on, but a good throw from Sandy León. And a good jump by TJ Friedl. It's like he kind of hesitated a little bit before he went into a slide.
Second steal in as many tries.
Maybe he thought the ball was put in play.
He is the most recent guest on the Jim Day podcast. And Jim, he spoke with you some about his aggression and how Collin Cowgill helps him with that.
Yeah, Collin Cowgill is an energy guy all the way and helps him with being aggressive, reminding him of how good of a baseball player and particularly how good of a base runner he is, John.
Line to center, Friedl tags, he takes third.
And there was an instance that he talked about running on Ronald Acuna in Atlanta where TJ hesitated and it was Cowgill that told him go, 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 go. And then TJ looked back at him. Thank you. That's exactly what I need. I need to be aggressive. That's my game.
And he is a long-time, deeply rooted friendship with the man at the plate, Tyler Stevenson, who at one point had 2 RBIs, currently has 1 on a ground out. Breaking ball, seemed to catch León in between, ball 1. Well, the change of hit to error also means the Reds lost one of those hits with men in scoring position, so they're 1 for 7 now tonight. Tails away. So technically now it's Steer's hit that broke an 0 for 21 slide with men in scoring position. Including tonight in their last 7 games, they are 4 for the last 41. And the Reds are still without a homer since Kevin Newman in the lone win against Tampa last week. They're trying to avoid making it 7 straight games without a big fly. They are due in the worst way. Generous strike. In fact, the Reds are the only team in baseball that does not have a single homer out of the 3rd or 4th position in the lineup. They're one of 2 with none in the cleanup spot alone. Stevenson to left. Caught. A well hit line drive out. They chatted about it Reds Live. Nick Lodolo fell short of his 7 strikeout mark. Henry Ramos does have a hit. Adolis Garcia, no RBI as it stands. Reds down just 2 in the 6th. Buck Farmer out for a 2nd inning. Strike 1 on Sandy León. Ian Gibaut warms in the Reds bullpen. away. Just missed. Farmer hasn't gone 2 full innings since the 15th of September. That was in St. Louis. Foul ball. He was also very efficient in that outing. He got 6 outs on 25 pitches. The Reds did use him for longer spans for 40+ twice last year, but that was in April. He hit a rut at one point, didn't pitch as well, went down to AAA, came back a much improved man, and was a productive part of the bullpen the rest of the way. On the inside edge, strike 3.
Buck Farmer, a little running fastball right there. Looks like the 4-seam variety. Started off the plate, brought it back on that corner.
Bubba Thompson, soft strike. He has a bunt hit, a walk, a steal, a run scored. Buck meets Bubba. 0-2. Popped him up. Myers. Let's pause now for word from Kia.
The Kia Sportage X-Pro.
Maybe we should meditate when that one comes on. Marcus Semien, check swing, appeal. He went. Appeal again. No. A couple of years ago, Semien had an all-time season. He won both the Gold Glove and the Silver Slugger when he was a Blue Jay, when he set the single-season record for homers from a second baseman. He hit 45 home runs. It's a third, Steer, backhand, nice exchange, and Myers picks it. Baseball and softball programs of the Reds Community Fund by purchasing Split the Pot tickets at Reds5050.com this season. You play, kids win. First pitch, Fraley pops it up. Leon. Now, Reds have been out hit 10-5. Will Myers has struck out twice. And here they are within 2, a couple of double plays, a few timely hits. Ball 1 to Will Myers. Well hit over a leaping third baseman and Young. Henry Ramos singled his last time, rolled it just right of second base. Breaking ball, strike one. In his time at AAA this year, Ramos average-wise was better against lefty pitching as a righty hitter, but his power came this side. Bounced right back to Eovaldi. Bit of an offline throw, nice adjustment. Duran gets it to first. Cincinnati Reds baseball on Valley Sports Ohio is brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Visit buyatoyota.com. Toyota, let's go places. And by DHL Supply Chain, now hiring a wide range of salaried managerial and operational roles. Apply today. Join DHL.com. Reds down to seventh inning. Buck Farmer's done after two scoreless. Ian Gibaut is in. Strike one.
Numbers on the season. Ian Gibaut, last time we saw him was in Pittsburgh as well. 2/3 of an inning. Walked a couple hitters. Gave up a run. Just like Buck Farmer. Come in here and throw up some zeros, give this offense a chance to chip away.
At the knees. Hard foul. Dane Dunning is warming in the Texas bullpen. So Eovaldi likely done. Steer essentially playing short. One out. Nathaniel Lowe 0 for 3, bounced into a double play his last time. One and one. Gibaut asked to bridge against batters 2, 3, and 4. Generally in today's game, most teams divide their bullpen into arms that are used when the team has the lead and arms that are used when the team does not. When you've lost 6 in a row, everybody's got to get in at some point, and you need to be selective about those appearances. Struck him out.
Ian Gibaut, pretty much the entire season, has shown this ability right here. Just really aggressive with a heater up in the zone. Nate Lowe can't catch up.
Soft away, the dangerous Adolis Garcia, who has an infield hit at a run scored. He lined to center his last time. Swing and a miss. Reds are due to send up Senzel, Barrero, India. Struck him out. Pre-game over-under for runs was at 8, currently at 12.5. Nathan Eovaldi is done. Texas has the second best bullpen ERA in baseball, and Dane Dunning is right at the heart of it.
Yeah, look at his numbers right there. Dane Dunning. Fastball, not a high velocity guy, but movement is his thing. He throws that fastball, cutter, slider, changeup, and a curveball occasionally. Look where he lines up, where he sets up on the rubber. He's way on the third base side. A tough matchup for right-handed hitters. That cutter and that slider. Some really good lateral break on it.
He is a converted starter. He is their long man. You don't necessarily see that all that often these days, and Senzel goes down looking. He's gone 3 or more innings 3 times, and he's now gone 15 2/3 without a single earned run, just 1 unearned run. Well, he has not started once this year. Only the 5 starters have thrown more innings. Barrero to center. Good ride. Taveras catches it. Well, since Spencer Steer's 2-run triple, Texas pitching has faced 1 over the minimum. Jonathan India has doubled, walked, he has scored twice. Now, the Reds have put 3 men on base since that triple, but the Ramos single followed by a double play. Friedl singled, ultimately got stranded. Couple of line drive outs after. Sword check swing that's in the zone for a strike. And after Myers' single last inning, a ground ball double play. Roll to second. 1, 2, 3. Check out the largest selection of authentic caps, t-shirts, collectibles, and more. Gear up with the Cincinnati Reds at MLBshop.com. Lucas Sims enters.
Luke also pitched in Pittsburgh. Numbers on the season. As this year continues, see him more and more in these type of situations with that fastball and tight slider.
He looked very good 2 days ago against the Pirates. This marks his 3rd outing with the big league Reds this year. Up and in with the fastball. Velocity is down a bit, but I feel like his command is better and it looks easier. It looks more natural.
Less effort.
Yeah.
Yeah. And one thing that I've noticed, and I talked about it last time we saw him here in Cincinnati, was the fact that last season I remember him grunting as he threw his pitches.
Young to center. Senzel and Fraley nearly bumped. Fraley pulled up.
It is a very slight grunt now.
Okay.
Barely has one now.
Well, Chris Welsh spoke to him about it the other day, and he said he didn't even notice, that it was never a conscious decision. Ezekiel Duran tried to check, seemed to go, appeal confirmed, strike one.
And at times there's no grunt whatsoever. It was very pronounced last year.
Yes, it was.
And that's still hecka nasty.
Just seems like his mechanics are a little different than what we saw last year. Looks much tighter.
Check swing, appeal. No.
I don't know about that one. I think that was missed.
Duran 3 for 3, a double, a steal, a run scored. Reds pitching has retired 8 in a row, 11 of 12. 9 in a row, got him looking.
That tight fastball, because of that tight slider, you got to respect both of them. Nice to see. Good pitch, Lucas Sims.
Taveras behind the back. He tried to glove it. Barrero helps him out. 1-2-3. Friedl, Steer, Stevenson. When we're back. Of the Cincinnati Reds and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Reds. First pitch swing, TJ Friedl, sliding glove by Bubba Thompson.
Friedl wasting absolutely no time, being ultra aggressive, and Bubba Thompson in left field is having a really good day, impacting the game with his speed. Good jump on that line drive. Good play.
Spencer Steer, strike one. Steer has a 2-run triple to center. He lined to center his last time. Back to center, base hit. Up the middle, line drive man.
Man, he is really swinging the bat well. Short, compact to the ball. Another breaking ball up in the zone. Gathers himself. Look at his balance throughout the swing. Very nice.
Tyler Stevenson, line to left his last time. Strike one. I'm curious if you see this, Lark. Chris Welsh shared with us during the road trip to Pittsburgh. He had been preparing for the Pirates by watching their series against the Rockies, and he got to revisit looking at at-bats from Chris Bryant, and he sees a little bit of Chris Bryant in Spencer Steer at the plate. Do you see that?
I haven't paid much attention to Chris Bryant. I know he's kind of a taller guy. Definitely not Spencer Steer's in stature, but maybe, I mean, leg kick. I don't know if I see Chris Bryant. What I do see is good hitting. That's what I do see.
Tying run at the plate. Away. Dunning is not allowed an earned run all season. Stevenson fouls it away. This feels like the Stevenson at bats that we've grown accustomed to seeing over the years.
I would agree. Good tough pitches away out over the plate. He's fouling them off. Give yourself a chance to take advantage of this mistake that's about to happen from this pitcher, and don't miss it.
He walks. Brief word now from Miami Valley Gaming.
Shimmy on down and get ready to get lucky at Miami Valley Gaming.
Awesome.
Joel brought it tonight.
Yes, full participation. Attaboy, Joel.
Mike Maddox, Bruce Bochy talking things over. Catcher Leone is out there with Dunning. There is activity at the Ranger bullpen. Jake Fraley is the man due up, who was singled, struck out, popped out. Jose Leclerc gets ready. Inside. The Reds have gone through a long power drought. They haven't gone deep in a week. Fraley's got pop. And he represents the go-ahead run at the plate. Broke his bat, popped him up. Duran, 2 down. Can Will Myers keep the inning going? He singled his last time. He has struck out twice. Stuart Fairchild pinch running at first base. Away. Away again. I'm a little surprised you run for Stevenson at first here. But if any Red can score from first, he's among them. 3-0. Leclerc is ready. 3-0. On the edge strike. Will Myers was the import of the offseason. Brought in to provide pop that he thought would play at GABP. He walks to load the bases. Visit time as the infield converges, and the man just summoned back up to the bigs from AAA, Henry Ramos, waits to hit. And we'll get a pitching change here. It's the Skyline Chili call to the bullpen. Stay with us after the game. Reds Live, the post-game show, brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. BG and Sammy break down the day, perhaps the big rally that was assembled in the 8th. The Reds have loaded the bases with 2 outs. Here's another man without an earned run on his ledger. It's Jose Leclerc.
4-pitch pitcher. Really throws that ball north and south. He's kind of straight over the top. Mid-90s fastball, slider, changeup, and cutter.
First pitch to Ramos. Dives down. Grounded, foul. "31 years old, drafted 13 years ago, on his second turn in the big leagues. High. The Reds were looking for a spark. Ramos got the call as the hot bat at AAA. Down, appeal, no, it's 3-1. Ball 4, and that's a run. Ramos gets an RBI. Steer scores. It's a 1-run game. Bases loaded.
Great discipline right there. Henry Ramos summoned from AAA to give us a spark offensively, and the veteran showing the patience with the bases loaded.
The visit from pitching coach Mike Maddox. The game could hinge on this at bat. The deficit sliced to 1. Nick Senzel is 0 for 3. He has bounced into a double play once. He has struck out looking twice. He is due in the worst way. He's 1 for his last 18. Down and smothered by Leon. The Reds have 1 hit on the inning. A Steer single. "1-0. Cut through. The pinch running Fairchild, the tying run at third. Will Myers, the go-ahead run at second. Awkwardly received by Leon. Check swing, appeal. He did not go. It's 3-1. Might have caught a break there.
Yep.
The pitch. Fouled away. The Reds are trying to snap a 6-game slide. Hits in moments like this have been elusive. Runners go. Ball 4, and it's a tie game. Back-to-back bases loaded walks. Fairchild scores 6-all. Texas entered with the second-best bullpen ERA in baseball, and 3 straight 2-out walks have conspired to tie the game. And a timer violation on Jose Barrero, who begins his at-bat down 0-1. Ian Kennedy is up in the Ranger bullpen. Barrero is 0 for 3. 1-1. Big swing. Barrero 1 for 7 lifetime bases loaded with 2 walks. His first walk this year came bases full. Leclerc hasn't been fluid this inning. Leon has saved him a few times. Check swing. He went. Baseball on Valley Sports Ohio is brought to you by Jake Sweeney Chevrolet, serving the tri-state for over 100 years. Multiple changes for the Reds. Stuart Fairchild, a pinch ran, stays in. He plays left. TJ Friedel bumps over to center. And Luke Maile is in as the catcher. So it looks like Maile into the Nick Senzel spot, who had made one of the more recent plate appearances last inning. Alexis Diaz, the new pitcher.
Last pitch in Pittsburgh. Pitched 2/3 of an inning. Had a strikeout and hit a batter.
Old friend Travis Jankowski pinch hits. He's had a very good season. Strike one. Leody Taveras had an oblique injury that opened a roster spot for Jankowski, who was told by Bruce Bochy he was going to AAA to begin the year. Then they learned the extent of Taveras' injury, and Jankowski not only found a spot, but he's hit so well, he's staying. Check swing, slider, strike. Struck him out.
So much run on that fastball.
Now the hit for the catcher Leone. Backup catcher Jonah Heim hits for Bubba Thompson. Switch hitter bats left. So Jankowski can go into the outfield, and Heim will catch. That had some run to it.
Yeah.
Diaz looked rusty last time out. He hasn't been able to be in game situations much. The losing streak doesn't allow for save chances. Rock to right. On the track, Fraley. An exhale moment.
Yep.
But the danger intensifies. The potent Marcus Semien RBI single on a 1-for-4 night. India shades up the middle. Slider away. In Atlanta, Spencer Strider carried a perfect game through 6. In the 7th, he's currently got a no-hitter. Braves up 8-zip on the Marlins. Fouled away. And it looks like it was an error. A Matt Olson error disrupted the perfect game. Still no hits, no walks, 11 strikeouts. Two one. Just low. Popped him up. Myers near the box. 1, 2, 3 for Alexis Diaz. Top of the order, 2 up for the Reds. Reds live the pregame show from Ray St. Clair Roofing at 6 o'clock. Luke Weaver makes his second start for the Reds. He'll face Martin Perez. Travis Jankowski, as anticipated, stays in the game and left. Essentially a straight switch with Bubba Thompson. Jonah Heim stays in the game to catch. And Jose Leclerc stays in the game to pitch after major command issues in the 8th. Jonathan India up and in, nearly got it. High again. The left-handed Will Smith warms in Texas's pen. High again. 3 straight 2-out walks helped push in a couple of runs last inning. And this is one of the slowest pitching coach strolls that we have seen this year for Mike Maddox. with the left-handed Friedel on deck. This feels as much about coaching up Leclerc as it is giving Smith time to be ready for Friedel. The road has ravaged the Reds. They are just 1-9 away from this ballpark. They've played 500 at home. Can they get their first walk-off win of the year? Outfield is deep. And that pitch is low. India on 4. Winning run is on. And immediately Bochy erupts. On a night Leclerc clearly does not have it. Man on, no one out, tied at 6. Bottom 9, TJ Friedel due up. The veteran Will Smith is in.
Been around the block a time or two. 4-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider, curveball, and a changeup.
Texas has bludgeoned so many teams. It only has 3 saves on the year. Smith has 2 of them. He'll face TJ Friedel. Smith reuniting with Bruce Bochy, who gave him his first crack to close. He posted 34 saves in his lone All-Star year under Bochy as a Giant in 2019. Young shallow on the grass at third. The bunt misses, strike 1. No, appeal, he pulled it back, and the appeal at third, Barksdale says he got a clean 1-0. Throw to first in the dirt. Nice pick there by Lowe. It gets by. India up to second. The winning run in scoring position with nobody out.
Just looked like Heim just missed it. No real threat to run over there at first base, and Jonathan India playing it fairly safe.
Pass ball. Joey Votto alongside Stevenson. Bunt misses. Strike 1. Friedel, the Reds' best bunter. 4 bunt hits, a couple of sacrifices. Outfield shallow. Strike 2. Friedel has bunted with 2 strikes this year. Lowe, though, is backed up at first. Young is nearly even with third. Down. Payoff to right center. Reds win it. India around third. He scores the first walk-off of 2023 as the Reds take the opener with Texas 7-6.
A wonderful job by TJ Friedel. First of all, Jonathan India getting on base to allow Friel, after a couple of failed bunt attempts, lefty on lefty. And I'm telling you, John, this team, I'm sure is happy to be back here in Cincinnati, and this is what they have shown so far this season. The ability to continue to grind it out and make it happen at the house.
Tonight's Kia player profile, the walk-off winner, delivered by TJ Friedel.
Ball out over the plate, and TJ Friedel, as I said, after a few attempts to advance the runner with the bunt, coming up with the big base hit. And Jonathan India yet again getting on base to start the rally, scoring the winning run, and the boys are happy.
The Reds rally from down 5-1. 2 in the 8th. The winner in the 9th, and Jim Day with the hero.
John, thank you very much. Take us through the mindset there. At first, trying to lay down a bunt, maybe get Jonathan India to the third base. Then you've got 2 strikes, full count. What's the mindset there?
Just looking for something I can drive, trying to get a pitch up. It's a heavy slider guy, so just trying to stay with him on that, and wasn't able to get Johnny over on the bunt, and so at that point I'm just looking for a pitch to hit. Worked a good count and got something up.
How much did you guys need this one?
It's big. You know, we've been playing hard. You know, we're in the middle of a big stretch here, and we've been playing for each other, and you know, that was the biggest thing in the show today. Came out against a good Rangers team and just put some good at-bats together, a lot of hard-hit balls, and our bullpen was amazing today. So, yeah, it was all around a good team effort.
And you got to take what the other team can give you. You guys drew some walks, some really disciplined at-bats.
Absolutely. You know, when Leclerc came in there at the end, and Henry Ramos and Nick Senzel put together unbelievable at-bats. Kept us in the game, got the game tied, and just gave us a chance. That's all I can ask for.
How was the celebration out there?
Oh, it was amazing. There's nothing beats that right there. Nothing beats that feeling.
Congratulations.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
John, let's go back to you.
Well, thank you kindly. TJ Friedel delivers the walk-off winner. Pressed into the swing on the payoff. He delivers. More to come. Post-game on the other side. The Reds roll. They roar back and take it 7-6.